Hello, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I will be reviewing a Greenlight Champ card diecast, and that is going to be the first time and probably one of the only times I'm ever going to say that we're going to review a Champ card diecast. And this one I do have kind of a funny story because I purchased one and then, well, I'll tell you. So the Champ card we're going to be reviewing is, of course, one of only two 1/64 scale Panoz DP01 cards that Greenlight has ever made, or on a technicality 4, because there is technically 4 versions. But yeah, this is from the 2014 Road Racer series, the 2008 Champ car, even though technically it's on a 2007 livery, because this is based off of Sebastian Bourdais McDonald's Panoz DP01 from the 2007 Champ car season, but we're just gonna ignore that, I guess. So yeah, it is made by Greenlight. It is not a new thing. It came out in 2014, and because of how obscure this car, I guess, car is, or very underrated, and now it's just starting to get a little popular because it was one of the final years of Champ car. The prices of these cars have been skyrocketing, especially for the 118s, which I really do want one of those. The one that I really want is actually a Willpower 2008 Smart Final Aussie Vineyards car, but I cannot find one on eBay, and the only ones I could find is like a Sebastian Bourdais and a Paul Tracy, which are going for like $350, which is insane. So I might have to hold off on that, or maybe, luck be have it, I could find one for a pretty good price. But yeah, here's the rest of the set. Yeah, some of these are pretty cool since they are road racers. They are technically race cars. So it tells you the car name and the team. And of course, we're going to be reviewing the Champ car, which of course is Sebastian Bourdais. And they actually spell his name wrong. That's how you spell Sebastian, but his version, instead of an A here next to the N, it's actually an E. So, but you know, people make mistakes. I mean, I could understand why people would mess up his name. But yeah, funny story before we get into the unboxing, which I didn't purchase this for my first purchase. So I purchased a 2008 Champ car, this exact one, and literally a day, and it's pretty much my fault. It's not the seller's fault or anything, but the next day, I was looking at the listing I bought, and I realized I'd actually bought the chase piece. I had actually bought the chase piece instead. And then I'm wondering, well, first I was like, oh my god, I bought the chase piece. I don't think I want to open up this one. And then my second thought was, why in the world was the chase piece why was it more cheaper to acquire than the regular release? I'm not going to say how much I paid for that, but I will say, however, I did see one more listing of this, and I think I bought it for half the price, the one that I have here. So yeah, this is the Greenlight green wheels, I don't know how you can specifically call it, chase piece, which of course has the green wheels and the green base. And this one's actually number 32, a pretty low number. I don't know how many they make of these. I had not seen one until I purchased it. Then I realized, wow, that's a mistake on my part. So I tried to look for one, and I had to pay $10 more for the regular release than the chase, which is a little funny. But yeah, I went to go find one. I tried to find gold, struck diamond instead, and I realized that was a mistake, so I went to go find gold again. But I kept both. So yeah, we're gonna review and open up this one. This one's gonna stay in the box and forever probably, because I mean, I did wanted to have two, one in the package, and you know, this is my first Greenlight chase piece, and I never realized they made one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's my story right there. Yeah, that's pretty funny, I guess. It was just a mistake I made. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut away because this is a plastic packaging from Greenlight, and you know how long that thing takes to open up. So I'll cut away, and I'll come back once I have the car out of the package. Alright, so unfortunately with these Greenlights, you kind of have to destroy the packaging if you want to take it out. And I know these, especially this release of the Champ car, is skyrocketing in price somewhat. I got this for somewhat of a good price, somewhat in the middle. So, you know, and there aren't too many listings, and I've already wanted a Champ car for a long time, specifically a DP01 and 164. And yeah, we'll get it out of the box here, put it down nicely because I do have a lot, and I mean a lot to talk about. Not only Champ car and also the DP01 and of course the Diecast. So yeah, keep the box because it does look pretty cool. I do like the packaging on it. Bring my trusty turntable here, and let's hope that it stays on here. I think it will. It doesn't look like it rolls very much. And let's go for the zoom in here. So, man, this oh man, it finally took me a while to finally acquire this Champ car. I haven't really said it that much in these videos, but I am a huge fan of the Champ Car World Series. I have been binge watching it. I love the engines, I love the cars, the drivers that raced during that time. All the eras of Champ Car were great in their own ways, but my favorite is actually the 2007 season. Even though this guy, Sebastian Bourdais, would dominate, pretty much winning, I don't know, like 4 championships in a row. Literally the entire Champ Car, whenever Champ Car existed. He won all 4 championships from 2004 to 2007. So yeah, because they say 2008, but they only really ran 1 race, and it technically didn't count. It just counted more towards IRL points. But yeah, this diecast is amazing. This chassis of the Panoz DP01, I'm gonna say it right now, this is the best looking open wheel car ever to me. Not because it looks like an Indy car, which it kind of doesn't. It just kind of looks like a hybrid between like an IRL car or an Indy car and a Formula One car. Because yes, this car is technically smaller than the Formula One car, but it looks a little chunky. And when they run around the racetrack, they just look so nice, and they sound amazing too. So that's why I consider the 2007 season my favorite. And I've had the pleasure of actually seeing this car in real life. When I went to the 50th Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, I saw it ran. Unfortunately, I think it DNF'd in the race, in the first vintage race they had that weekend. And then afterward, I think the next day, I got to see it displayed with the other Champ car, which I believe was from 2006, also a Sebastian Bourdais car, which also sounded amazing. I think it has the same engine. It just sounds a little different. But yeah, just seeing that car in person, man, it was a sight to behold, Because 2007, unfortunately, I was not old enough, of course. I was literally just coming out of the womb when these cars also came out. So unfortunately, I couldn't really see them. But, that's also another thing because it came out in my year, 2007. And, these cars also came out, and, it's kind of a swan song for a Champ car because this is their final full-time season. It's just quite unfortunate they only used this chassis once and then never again. Quite unfortunate because this is a really nice one. But I guess, people say that the merger between Champ car and IndyCar, the IRL, is a good thing. Yes, but unfortunately, after that, we would never see the DP01s ever again on the racetrack. Unless you're at a vintage race, of course. But yeah, anyways, just getting a little sidetracked here. Let's take a look at the diecast, or I guess a little bit of a closer look here. Because, like I said, paid a little bit of a premium for this, so I gotta take a look at this very nicely. So, of course, it's littered with McDonald's sponsorship everywhere. McDonald's, all red, yellow with the golden arches, the number 1. Because I think Sebastian Bourdais literally adopted the number 1 every single year since he won the championship 4 times in a row. So I guess that makes sense why. We got McDonald's on the end plate. I'm loving it. Bridgestone. This thing is on Bridgestone Potenza tires. Got McDonald's on the side pod. We got this like little, I don't even know what you call this, like little feature that kind of goes over the rear wheel. You got McDonald's, which actually extends onto the top of the side pod. Pretty nice. Here's the roll hoop, and I believe that's the French flag because I believe Sebastian Bourdais is French. And we have the little Champ Car chevron there. We got the Cosworth logo, which I believe this was a Cosworth engine or technology as well. Bosch, we got, I think that's Dasani, the water brand. Yeah, Dasani. And we got some logos on the bottom. I can't really read them. And we got the rear wheel, Bridgestone Potenzas. They are slightly different size. So the front wheels, the front tires are a little bit thin, and the backs are a little thick. Not by width. The width is it's just a little thicker on the back. Let's take a look at the rear here. You guys just read. That would be I think that's like a little light to tell you when the caution is out, I believe, or when they're using the power to pass. That's what they called it. And then IndyCar adopted and just used the push to pass. Literally the same technology. I think the steering wheels are made by Cosworth to this day. So, with little bits of Champ Car still exist today. So we got the number 1 on the rear plate, the rear wing plate, I guess, the end plate. We got Bridgestone, McDonald's, and yeah, this is the right side. Literally almost the same. We also have some hidden sponsors right behind the suspension. I think that's Sherwin-Williams. Yeah, the logos are really small, so I can't really see it very well. There's definitely an M. This is the McDonald's Golden Arches. Yeah, I can't really read that. Here's the interior. No driver, which kind of unfortunate, but yeah, it's fine, I guess. And we do have a molded steering wheel in there, so I guess that's something. And yeah, and let's take a look at the base here. Of course, Greenlight 2008 Champ Car. Like I said, technically a 2007 livery on here. This is number 1015. Interesting. And yeah, we got rivets all over. We got rivets on the front wing. 3 rivets there. Yeah, a little interesting there. But yeah, I love this car. You know, it's Champ Car. Like, well, you can't go wrong with a Champ Car, honestly. I'm really stoked to have this one. And I do have some other cars to compare it with. But I think before I continue, before I forget, of course I should say that this is the first release. There's that chase piece, like I mentioned, or I showed you. But then they also made in the Black Bandit series, I believe in 2015, so a year after this car released. It was all black. I think it had they had like some logos for Black Bandit and such, black wheels, but no Champ Car branding or Bridgestone branding for that matter. So no tire letters on here, which looks a little strange, but maybe in the future. That one is cheaper to get than this. So if you still want to get a Champ Car, you don't want to pay premium like I did, you could get that one, which I am thinking of buying that one as well, just to get both of the DP01s released. But that one also came as a chase piece, so if you see one with green wheels and green base, you might pay a little bit more for that since it is a chase. Now, hopefully I won't be able to make that mistake again. I already learned it once. But, you know, it'd be nice to just have the collection of the Champ Cars in 164. And hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get more in the 118s, but that, of course, is really difficult to find one at a good price. So, and plus where to put it is going to be the problem, because I like to display stuff. I have a lot of stuff I want to display, but I just can't. So yeah, so yeah, let's compare with some of the cars, diecast, and I guess one slot car out of all things I have. You know, funny story, I was looking through my old bin of cars and I realized that I had a slot car in there, like an open wheel car, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. It had no tires on it or whatever. And I looked at it closely, I'm like, it looks like a Champ Car DP01, and I was correct. So this is an AFX slot car like open wheel racer. This was not officially a licensed champ car, although they did make some officially licensed champ car slot cars. But those things are getting expensive. So it didn't have the tires, but everything was good except for the rear wing, which I put this like a little plastic piece, and honestly it doesn't look bad at all. So I bought some tires, and it's cool that they still made tires for this size, and they're actually Bridgestone Potenzas, so that is a really nice thing. And of course, you can tell it's a champ car just from the front end and the side, how thick it looks. And yeah, it is actually a slot car. There's the little shoes on there, and the little post you'd put it on the track and you just go. I have not tested it yet. Because I mean, I know there is a bunch of slot car tracks around my area, but I just haven't tried it yet, so I'll just leave it around here. Almost the same size. Tires is going to be smaller on the slot car, which of course that would make sense, but yeah, now okay, well, technically I do have two champ cars here, but one is obviously a slot car and the other one is a diecast. But you know, a benefit the slot car has, it has a driver, but we're just gonna ignore that. So yeah, it's I have not showed this one on camera before, so yeah, I guess for you slot car fans, this is a nice one to see, I guess. And another one, or I guess another car, is not a champ car, it's actually an Indy car. And it's kind of ironic because I actually, once I purchased those two, I found a listing for a Graham Rahal Hot Wheels Indy car. So I also got this one. Yeah, it goes well with my entire Hot Wheels collection, which of course, like I said, I love to collect. So there we go. Now we have the McDonald's double, the McDouble, here we go, of the champ car and the IRL Indy car. So literally same livery, same colors. Well, the colors are a little off. The Hot Wheels looks a little bit more red than the champ car or the Greenlight. But other than that, you know, chrome rims. Technically, chrome rims are just silver, painted silver, and yeah. If Greenlight marked this as a 2008 champ car, the 2008 version of the McDonald's car was driven by Justin Wilson at Long Beach, and he actually drove the number 02. Same team. They're both Newman Haas cars. But yeah, and I believe the 06 was driven by Graham Rahal in that 2008 Long Beach race. So, you know, it's pretty cool that we have both the champ car and the Indy car here. Same sponsor, just different drivers. But yeah, this one's going to go really well in my Hot Wheels collection. Paid a good price on this on eBay. And it literally arrived the same time I ordered the champ car. So that worked out perfectly. And yeah, I'm going to have this one with my other Hot Wheels IndyCar collections. So I'm pretty happy to have this one. But of course, I'm more excited of having the champ car here as well. So yeah, I love this thing. Love this thing a lot. I'm definitely have to place this in my favorites box, which I did get a new box. That's why I'm showing you all those cars. I got a new box and it's amazing. But yeah, this I'm already kind of at a loss for words, so I'm just gonna end it here and just gonna have to look at this car closer in my hands off camera. So yeah, that has been the review of the Greenlight Road Racers 2014 release of the 2008 champ car, but like I said, it's technically 2007. Well, anyways, if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.